Om Shri Sayam. Namaste. I am Nagarathna Vinayak Joshi, Harikatha Artist from Hubballi. Yonta pravisya mama vachamimam prasuptam sanjeevayati akhila shaktidhara swadhamna अन्यांश्च हस्तचरण श्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यम् संकल्पमात्र परिकल्पित वस्तुजालं प्रेमार्द्रशीलम् अतिमानुष दिव्यलीलं भक्तानुकूलम् अनवद्य कृपालबालं श्री सत्यसायिनमहं प्रणतोऽस्मि नित्यम्. Om Shri Sayam. Let us recite and narrate today's Subhashita. It is the second one in your syllabus, from your syllabus. This famous Subhashita has been taken, our shloka has been taken from Charpata Manjarika Stotra, written by the great person in this universe, the great saint, the incarnation of Lord Shiva, Sri Shankara Bhagavad Padacharya. So let us recite first. Dinamapi Rajani Sayam Prataha Shishiravasanto Punarayataha Kala Kridati Gacchatyayugu Tadapi Namunchati Ashavayugu भज गोविंदम गोविंदम भजा मूढ़मते संप्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नगि नगि रक्षति ढुक्रुंकरणे. This is a wonderful verse. These 4 lines, in fact, teach us the whole meaning of this world. If we can understand this verse, then our life, the motive of our life will definitely be fulfilled. Dinamapi Rajani Sayam Prataha Shishira Vasantau Punarayataha. Rajani Dinam, Sayam, Prataha, Shishiraha, Vasantaha, Punaha Ayataha, Punaha Ayanti. Means day and night, dusk and dawn, autumn and spring. All these come and go, one after the other they will come. And time passes on like anything. Every moment we will be losing one moment from our lifespan. We will not be knowing that. But every minute we lose, whether it will come back, it is not going to come back. So every moment we are losing one precious second or one precious moment of our lifespan. All of us celebrate our birthdays, isn't it? With all happiness. I don't say that you don't be happy, but just think about that. We are celebrating our birthday every year. Why don't we think that we have spent or we have lost or an year from our precious lifespan has been reduced? Shall we think about that? Don't know how many years are about to come. Dinamapi Rajani Sayam Prataha Shishira Vasantau Punarayataha. Day and night, dusk and dawn, winter and summer, autumn and spring, they will come and go one after the other. They will moving on, keep on moving. The time passes on. Do we know how many birthdays we have? We don't know actually. Nobody can tell us how many birthdays exactly we are going to visit. Hope we visit more, but do we know that? Kala kridati gacchatyayuhu. The time plays an icy hand, and every moment, every day, every year from our lifespan will go on reducing. and we are losing those precious moments. The Saint Purandaradasa says in Kannada, a beautiful song, ತಾಸು ಬಾರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಕೇಳಿ ಶ್ರೀಶನ ಸ್ಮರಣೆಯ ಮಾಡದ ಮನುಜನ ಆಯುಷ್ಯವು ವ್ಯರ್ಥ ಹೋಯಿತು ಎಂದು ತಾಸು ಬಾರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಕೇಳಿ. ಬಾಲ್ಯ ಯೌವನವು ವಿವೇಕವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋಯಿತು, ಕಾಲ ಹಾಳಾಯಿತು ಹರಟೆಯಿಂದ. ತಾಸು ಬಾರಿಸುತ್ತಿದ್ದೆ ಕೇಳಿ. Every moment we spend is precious and the time tells us that. Every day, every moment, we are losing our special lifespan, amount of lifespan that we don't know actually. We have to understand that. And the next two lines of this verse are very important. Time plays an icy hand with us and our lifespan is getting reduced, and still tadapi na munchati ashavayu, our desires, our longings, our covetousness, our greediness will never be fulfilled. We are desirous of all luxurious things. All physical luxuries attract us. In Mahabharata they say, you won't get anything from these physical luxuries, because from getting something you are desirous of getting something. Okay, you are longing for something captivating you feel. Okay, then you will get that. Whether you will be happy, are you satisfied with that? No, you will not be satisfied. We human beings never get satisfied from anything. Then if we get something we wanted, something which we desirous of, then we want something else. If we get that also, then we want something different. There will never be satisfaction in our dictionary. That's why in Mahabharata they say, no, this trishna is not supposed to be satisfied. If this trishna is diverted towards God, then you will get the satisfaction. You will never get content from the worldly things. So we run behind those worldly things as if we are going to get contentment from it. This life is transitory. This life is fleeting. This life is contingent. Still, we don't know that. Of course, this life is fleeting, isn't it? Whatever we see in this world, whatever we experience in this world, always tells us, our relatives, our friends, our nicer and dear ones, our close people, close relatives, close friends, everybody will get departed from us, either physically or from this world itself. Even then we will not be knowing that one day I have to go. However high, as Swami says, however high a bird may soar, sooner or later it has to reach a treetop to take some rest. Likewise, the most unbelieving ones who say there is no God one or the other day has to pray, oh God, grant me peace. Likewise, one or the other day we have to leave this world. I remember a beautiful poem written in Satya Sai Balvikas student, for Satya Sai Balvikas students. You come on a visit to the earth without a piece of cloth at birth. You leave the world with empty hands, even the kings of all the lands. There is not a thing at death you take from all the worldly things you make, but good thoughts, words and deeds help you for your stay here and hereafter. So nice poem written for Satya Sai Balvika students. When I read that, I thought that it is not only for Balvika students. It is for me, it is for us, it is for all of us. Whether we are students, whether we are small kids, whether we are grown-ups, elderly people, then also we want that actually, because this greed, this covetousness, this longing for things never stops, and people will never understand this world is transient, this world is fleeting, this world is contingent. So everything comes and goes away, but we will never understand this bitter truth. This verse tells that. Swami says, life is like passing clouds. Then, joutam poutum, coming and going, going. Vasamsi jirnani yatha vihaya, navani grunnati naropanani, tata sharirani, vihaya jirnani anyani samyati navani. As we change the clothes, we change this body. The Jivatma changes this body, this birth, and then again another birth. But until our desires satisfied, until we stop being desirous of everything, until we start longing for physical luxuries or worldly things. See, because of our greed, what and all had happened actually in life. We have seen, we have done deforestation, soil extinction, loss of biodiversity, everything in this life, degradation of land. What and all we have done? We have cut all the trees, we have killed all the animals. Human being, just to satisfy his greed, just to live happily, so-called happiness, which is not happiness actually, but we think that is happiness. If your happiness can bring grief to somebody, how then it will be the happiness? The happiness should be eternal. It should be the real truth. For each and everybody, it should be the same. Then that is happiness. Universal, uniting with the universal truth or universal soul is the happiness, which is same for each and everybody, each and every soul, each and every living being. The immense pleasure, the bliss, the eternal bliss, the immortality is same for each and everybody. That happiness is the real happiness. And how come this happiness be a happiness? Somebody prays, oh my God, my daughter's wedding is there. I don't want it to rain today. And somebody prays, oh my God, I want rain for my farm. My plants are dying day by day. So God, I want it to rain today. The same person one person don't want that it should rain today, and the another person is praying for rain. So how come one's happiness will be a grief for the other? In this whole world it happens. If we feel something happy, that we are happy, then that happiness may cause grief to others. So such things, such transient things can never bring happiness. Happiness is something that is eternal, that lives forever. That bliss, that anandam, which we get by spiritual practice. That's what Shankara Bhagavad Pada says over here. Time passes on. So, it goes on reducing our lifespan. We have to understand that truth. Sahi bhavati daridro yasya trishna vishala. In this whole world, who is poor? The one who don't have money, so-called money. Can we buy a glass of water from this money or gold in a desert? You are in a desert. You are getting all mirages and there is no water. You have lot of money, lot of gold with you. Is that useful to you? At that moment you are so thirsty that you want a glass of water. At that moment a glass of water means a lot more than the gold or the money you have got. So this money is not the one which makes man rich or poor. So, a man is not poor by his assets or the money amount of money he is having cannot be called as poor. He can be called as poor, that person who could not win over his desire throughout his life, or who can never try to win over his desires throughout his life, knowing the fact that this life is transient and fleeting. So, Ashasha Paramam Dukkam Nirasha Paramam Sukha. Justin says that there is a person called Justin who is just like a saint, who says that your life is fleeting. Here one moment is gone and gone the next two. The choices we make define us, good or bad. The love we show strengthens us. The person we choose will change us for better or worse. For this life is a passing vapor in the wind. And the choices we make along the journey will alter the course. Kabirji says, Saint Kabirji, आशा जीवई जग मरे लोग मरे मरी जाए. आशा और लालच से, ये जो है आशा और लालच तृष्णा, ये कभी मरते नहीं है, लोग मर जाते हैं. The desires never die. The covetousness, the longingness never die. What will die is people will die. In search of that, people will die. But desires never die. So, the person who is capable of killing those desires will never die. He will become immortal. I will tell you a small story. You have heard of Alexander the Great, isn't it? I don't know who called him the Great. Throughout his life, he has done nothing but killing the people. So many bloodsheds, isn't it? So much of bloodshed. Rivers of blood have flown due to this wicked and covetous king. He is from Greece. Alexander comes to India, conquering so many pieces of lands. He can never conquer the universe. Universe belongs to God. So many pieces of lands he conquered. He came to India. He fought wars over here also. Those soldiers, they were tired enough. Some people tried to betray him. Whoever tried to betray him, who refused to fight, all those peoples were crucified in front of those other people so that they will get worried or they will get scared. And he kept on keeping like this. His band of men reduced, his army reduced, and even his body might have felt a little bit, what they can say, tired because of all those things. And in India, he thought, there are so many yogis. Still he was desirous, still he was covetous, still he was longing for whatever worldly things he could get. He was longing for piece of lands, countries, country by country, continent by continent. He wanted to win over the world. He wanted to conquer the world. So, somebody told him that in India there are so many yogis. Sadhguru told a beautiful story in his preachings. I am going to repeat the same story. So, people told him that India there are yogis. Those yogis are immortal. They never die. So Alexander, though he was covetous, he knew the truth that one day he is going to die. So what he did is, he heard of such a yogi. He sent his soldiers to bring him to him. That yogi was not willing to him. The soldiers told, you will be beheaded. If you don't come, you will be beheaded. Then he told, I am not worried about dying. I am not this body at all. I am the God, me the God. I have become immortal, nobody can kill me. If you can kill me, if you want to kill me, then kill me, but you will not be knowing how to become immortal. Your king wants to know that. If he wants to know that, let him come over. So, Alexander came to that yogi and he was sitting on the horse. Then he told, first you get down from the horse and then I will tell you how to become immortal. So Alexander got down and then the yogi told, if you really want to know that how you should become immortal, then I will give you some landmarks. Go along with that and you will find a cave. And in that cave, you will find a lake. Crystal clean water is there in that lake. If you drink that water, you will become immortal. So this fellow who has crucified so many of his soldiers for betrayal, so many of soldiers were not willing to fight the wars, he went along with some soldiers according to the landmarks. And once he crosses all the landmarks, the last landmark came. At that moment, Alexander thought, if I'll carry this band with me, these people will also become immortal. Then how come it will be seen? Our king is also immortal, soldiers also immortal. It won't look nice. So let the soldiers be here. I will become immortal. At that moment, he went on. He saw the cave, went inside and saw the crystal clear water in the lake. He was about to drink the water. At that moment, what happened is there was a crow sitting over there on a tree top. That crow told, don't drink the water. Suddenly asked, why you don't want to drink me? Why you don't want me to drink this water? Then the crow told, no, don't drink this water. I have drunk this water millions of years ago. I am sitting over here. By drinking this water, I neither feel thirsty nor feel hungry. I never die also. From millions of years I am here. People of my clan passed away. I am sitting here, bewildered, in a dilemma. I don't know what to do. From millions of years I am spending time like this. I really don't know what to do. I want to die. But as I have drunk this water, I can never die. So if you drink this water, your situation will become same like me. If you want to be like that, then don't drink the water. Then Alexander realized the truth of life. At that moment, isn't it? If we can live forever, all our family, all our relatives, all our friends will pass on in front of us, will die in front of us. And if we become immortal, what we are going to do with that immortality? Immortality means not like that. Amara, they call, no. The one who don't die. What we are going to do with that? The crow is telling, I want to die, but I can't even die. So at that moment, Alexander understood the truth that I am not going to die if I drink this water. Death is sometimes beneficial. Human being is so desirous. He wants to live forever. But he never know death is sometimes a boon. If a person is suffering a lot from illness, he is not being able to endure the pain. At that moment he'll ask God, oh God, take me. Now I don't want to live. I'm not being able to suffer. I'm not being able to endure this pain. Please take me away. At that moment he'll be begging God for death. So death is also sometimes a boon. So this greedy person understood that and returned back. Probably this is the one good thing. This is the only good thing which he has done throughout his life. So what this story tells us is we are desirous of getting this and that in our lives. But we never know what is going to happen in future for us. So our lifespan is getting reduced day by day, and as the activities of the world will be going on as usual. Dinamapi Rajani, Sayam, Prataha, Shishira Vasantau Punarayataha. Kala kridati gachatyayu tadapi namunchatyashavayu. This wind of desire, it blows on like that, and it spoils our buddhi. So we should win over ourselves, our desires. At least we should try to win over ourselves and our desires, and we should be immortal. We should attain moksha, or we should get united with that universal source. That is what this Subhashita says. Dinamapi Rajani Sayam Prataha Shishiravasanto Punarayataga Kalakridati Gachatyayugu Tadapi namunchati Ashavayugu. Namaste.